What's going on, YouTube? Southern Comic Geek coming back to you with another comic book unboxing video. As you saw from the thumbnail, I got some more goodies in today, and looking forward to opening them up. Some I know what they are, and one I'm not so sure about. It's like Christmas every day now. One thing's for certain that the male people are still got a lot of work. CFAP, what's going on with you, man? Hopefully you are staying well over there on your side of the world. And thank you for the folks that are joining me. Agu, yes, thank you for stopping by. It's like Christmas all over again. And that's my phone ringing. So been ordering a lot of stuff off of not only eBay but also from comic book auctions, which is where some of this stuff is off of YouTube. And the mailman has certainly been getting his pay by dropping a whole bunch of stuff off at my house, and as long as he drops it off in one piece. And ooh, pull tabs. Way to go, Mr. Comics 89. So this is Mr. Comics 89. If y'all don't know who I'm talking about, Matt over there on his channel. I had got this from him. It was kind of a swap deal. He and I done an auction. It was just me and him going back and forth. And so he had bought some stuff from me, and I'd bought some stuff from him. This had better be good. Hopefully so. And so I bought some stuff from him and vice versa. And this is the stuff that I got from him, not this last Saturday when we had JV's auction. Unfortunately, he had already mailed out this, and I'm just now getting it. That's strange. And so this is the Incredible Hulk 325, the 25th anniversary cover. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I picked this up. I think I'm gonna get all the 25th anniversary covers. None of them are kind of really outrageous. Some are a little harder to find than others, but none of them are really outrageous. And so I picked that up from him. I know what this is. So from Saturday, when it was on JB's auction, he had some pop collectors on there. Now, I'm not a really big pop collector. That is one of those things that I would get myself into a lot of trouble with. I mean, I already get myself in a lot of trouble with comics. So pops are one of those things I could see myself getting in like really bad shape over. And there are certain ones that typically I get a pop because I want to get it signed by somebody who maybe is not really comic related, just somebody, maybe a voice actor. I got a Power Rangers, Austin St. John Red Ranger, whose name was Jason, which happens to be a good name, and got it signed. Didn't really have a comic book for him to sign. So that's typically why I get the pop sign. The ones that I've got now were ones that I planned on getting signed before the guy wearing red. Yeah. So it's the pretense of work today. And so so the ones that I got up there now were ones that I was planning on getting signed before the Corona hit the Conorona. So these picked up from, what's going on, Mark Spector? Glad you could join us today. So I got this from Pop Life, who is located out of Alabama, right next to me. And I thought this was pretty cool. This is Blucas. This is his little deal that he does, and it's a pin, and it's actually numbered on the back. He threw this in for me, and a couple of stickers. And his son or sons have autism, and so it's something that they do to raise money over there. And I fully understand that. My nephew, I only have two nephews, and one of them has a very severe form of autism, and so much so that he runs around naked. So, I fully understand the need there. I think his son's is not as severe as my nephew's. But been wanting to pick this up, and so when I saw it and negotiated a price on it, this is the original version of Wolverine. This is the 80 year. So they've got on the back, which it's blocked by this JSA, which is essentially certificate of authenticity, but it's got the Hulk 181 cover on the back there. And let's see, actually, that's now I'm thinking about it. It's kind of, yeah. So they have Hulk's second appearance on there. Notice it says first appearance, but for everybody that knows, Wolverine's first appearance was not in Hulk 181. So anyway, first full appearance. But that is on the back of that pop. I've been wanting to get that. And then I was at a con in New Orleans, and the guy that did Wolverine's voice, which is who signed this one, was there. And I started to get me a pop then and started to get it signed. So, they charge $50 a pop, no pun intended, $50 a pop. And then you got the charge of the pop. So for what I paid for this to have it shipped, it was cheaper to buy it like that than it would have been for me to get it. So it actually worked out really good that I didn't. Also, just because I could, got the box lunch exclusive. So for the Deadpool, the Merc with the Mouth. And so it's also got the first appearance, which I've got that one. The Wolverine one is on the radar for this year. We'll see how it goes. And so I was happy to pick that up from him. If you have not checked out Pop Life's channel, he is on YouTube. I think he has more stuff on maybe Facebook or Instagram, but he is on there and has a bunch of pops. If pops are your thing. So there's some cross-pollination that goes into from the pop community into the comic book community and back and forth. And so that was pretty neat. I just have to stay away from it. Like I said, kind of addictive nature, I'll be getting myself in trouble. I picked up something pretty expensive on eBay last night. And so really be glad when I get that in. And I think I know what this is now. Kind of wondered if it was a slab. It is a slab. Sent some books off today to be pressed and then sent a separate package off to be graded. So looking forward to getting those back. Hopefully everybody's staying healthy, happy, and terrific out there. And this is real life, folks. Yeah, that's what I figured it was now. All right, so this is Exo Manowar. You always got to have a little valiant action in any of my videos, it seems. And this is Exo Manowar number 3. So under normal circumstances, I would not get this book graded. Maybe they were weird like me and just wanted certain things graded and decided to sell it later or whatever. But this is not definitely slab material, even though this is a pretty good book. It's not that good. Whenever the slab costs more than what the book does, you got issues. But with that said, it was good enough price on eBay that I picked this one up, and this is one of the ones I needed to complete my run in Exo Manowar. And so I just picked up number 1 yesterday, and so it is on its way to me too. And so is number 2, by the way. So who did I send them books to? So the Geek Aficionado is going to be doing some pressing for me. I sent him about 15 books to get pressed. Some of them are in anticipation of sending off to get graded, and some are in anticipation of getting signed should this Corona thing ever leave us. And so so I sent it off to him, and then the other ones were my X-Men 1, 4, and 9, which I sent to PGX because, as I mentioned in the other video, that they would be willing to do a 0.5 for the reproduction covers that were going with the coverless copies of X-Men 1 and 4. And then I was going to send 9 since I had it too. I think I also sent the Detective Comics 1000 that I got that's signed by Jim Steranko. And so those books are going out to them. Kind of a strange thing in the times that we live in is that we are so willing to negate our liberties for the pretense of safety. And I say pretense because none of us are ever really safe, right? Um, you can practice all the care in the world, but at the end of the day, end up getting or contracting a virus, whether it's corona or anything else. And so, no, none of us are really safe. But the fact that we're willing to trade off our liberties for the pretense of safety is a bit concerning. So, the company that I work for, one of our offices that's located in an adjoining state, has the state has put everything in lockdown, as a lot of states have. Mississippi, not so much. For once, we practicing and exercising caution, which makes sense. But so they have in this other state, and so the police visited the home office and said, "Hey, we hear that you got somebody that tested positive for corona, and you are not abiding by the necessary rules, and the connection is unstable. Please wait while reconnecting. Hopefully, it will in just a minute." I don't know. The timer's running. Not sure if you're seeing this or if I'm pausing. But in either case, they visited the home office and told us that we weren't abiding by the rules, which is not true. So basically, they had heard through the grapevine that we had people tested positive for corona. While we did have people tested for corona, all of them came back negative, and we were following by the guidelines of having no more than 10 people on any one floor and practicing social distancing and all the other kind of stuff that they tell you to do. But the fact that now someone can have police show up at your work and threaten to shut your job down because supposedly they have corona, this is a strange time that we live in. And I don't hide the fact that typically I vote Republican. I did not vote for Trump last time. However, I plan to vote for him this time. I didn't vote for Hillary either, but I didn't vote for Trump. And so it's just strange that people that blasted Obama for doing the stimulus package or patting Trump on the back for doing the stimulus package. And in either case, not all that money. Hopefully, everybody that watches this video will get a little piece of the pie on the stimulus checks. Not all that money went to people like you and I. A lot of that money went to help buddies and pat buddies on the back and so on forth and so on and pad their pockets, not ours. And meanwhile, we got trillions of dollars in debt we can't pay. But I digress. It's just this is a strange hour that we. So when you can kind of unwind and kind of forget about all the things that you can't control out there and all the weirdness that's going on in your world and unwind with some people and talk about some comic books and talk about some stuff that, and forget about that for just a little while. It's always a good time. And so enjoy the comic book YouTube community that's out there. I appreciate everybody stopping by and watching this video live or on the rewind. In either case, hopefully you will stay safe. Hopefully, even though this is Wednesday, which is typically a new comic book day, we all know that new comic book day won't be around for a little while. And maybe you are able to help your local comic shop by shopping old issues or we have to separate politics. Uh, yeah, exactly, exactly. The virus doesn't care whether you're Republican or whether you're a Democrat. The virus doesn't care. So quit caring who's going to receive benefits from this or who's going to get the pat on the back or the extra vote or anything like that. Um, and doing home checks, the one place that you're safe is your home. If Mark or me or anybody else are sitting there at my home and I'm just laying around butt naked, that should be my privilege and my right. You know, yeah, it is definitely um, crazy time, and so um, because if they'll go to your home and try to confiscate and make you force test you for things like that, once the next thing they're going to do, they're going to confiscate every bit of your guns. What if you get on YouTube and you say something wrong about the wrong political party, and then all of a sudden they're confiscating you for that? It's a very slippery slope that we're going down when we abdicate our liberties for the pretense of safety. Yeah. Well, hopefully the quarantine will only last 14 days and it won't last even longer. Um, so, like I said, it's good when you can kind of forget about some of that for a little while and unwind a little bit and, talk about some comics. So hopefully all of you are staying safe out there and adhering to applicable quarantine rules and getting to read some comics while you're out there. Thanks for stopping by and taking a look at this. Please smash that like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next time, keep reading and keep collecting. Adios.